I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Hey y'all. One second here. I want to add something to the chat. So I am going to pin as well as have it scrolling there on my scroll, like most YouTubers have their PayPals and Cash Apps pinned. I am pinning B.Js, Billy Joes. People can trash me all they want, and they can, they're going to continue to trash Billy, but I want to let everyone know that she has not asked me to do this. Not one time. In fact, I have been begging her to make links for me to share. Because unfortunately, Billy has already, and she has asked us to refer to her as BJ. She prefers to be called BJ, so if we could try and do that. And again, mods, just a quick rundown. There's a few new wrenches. We do not allow the names of Quentin's minor siblings to be discussed in here, and there's zero tolerance for disrespect to BJ, her husband, her children. And I know what people think about Leilani, and we do not need to be calling her disrespectful things in this chat either. Period. It's to be adults in this chat and act respectful, because I have gained a friendship through this, and we're going to be respectful to my friend. So now to get back to it, it has come to, unfortunately, we saw BJ and her husband have to sell one of their campers, and it's coming to the point where they have to continue to sell off some things. And in my opinion, sorry, it's dark in here, y'all. We went to the house where the internet's set up, but you can't really see me, but hi. She has to continue to sell things. She's going to be selling a car. She's going to clean out her second camper and clean that. And if people think that that is okay or right to do, they're dead ass wrong, because these people are not listed as suspects in any crime. So while we have all of these other YouTube creators standing outside BJ's house and making bank and making tens of thousands of dollars, and their bank accounts are totally fine, we have these people that have to sell off everything they worked so hard for in their life to try and pay their bills, because their jobs are afraid that the circus will go there. And of course they don't want that, right? And we already know that these people have no lows that they won't go to, right? So they would go to the work. So I am going to share these things that I asked to share, because I think it's only fair. I think it's disgusting that all of these other people for over a month have lived in Savannah and have no money problems whatsoever because they stood outside her house being harassers, allowing people to do threatening things, and their behavior is beyond disgusting, beyond anything that anyone should ever be proud of. So yes, bet your ass that from now on, anytime that I am speaking about Billy Joe or her family, I will be sharing her links instead of my own. Stalkers, harassers, absolutely, right? And hey, Chatty Jen, hey everyone in here. I see BJ's in here. Trulia Beach, good to see you. Lil Wang, Dalen, Kim Maple, Kentucky Girl, hi. Teresa, Tanya, Shelly. Pantera, Dawn, hello, Jaded, hello. What was that? Can they file a stand down order for other creators to stop protesting, harassing, and stop them from everything? I think there's going to be some things done in the future, but the thing with BJ and her sons and her husband and everyone, they're honestly just too proud of people that, like, they right now she's gonna be telling me that I shouldn't be sharing her payment links right now. She's gonna be upset with me for doing that. She does not want this, but she'd rather sell her things than have me share her payment links, because she says, I do not want to make money off of my grandson who's missing. Like, I do not want to be that person. And yeah, so she told me today, I'd rather sell off everything I have before asking for help. She just doesn't feel right. But where I'm at is, I don't feel right that we have all of these other people who don't have a care in the world now with their bank accounts, but here she is, not even a suspect in a crime, and she's fought real hard in her life to get to, her nice things. And we all have seen what she came from, so it does suck to have to see her start selling off stuff for something that she didn't ask to be a part of. Okay? That's what we keep saying is, it's that stuff is replaceable. Hi, Addicted Mind, Nikki Tuples, Becky, Bonnie. I know, Bonnie, I was thinking that they probably will. Hi, Poppycock with Share. Oh, I heard something about some people doing searches. Uncle Will is someone new I've just started hearing about, as well as Mike, who has a channel, Mike Hatred. He's a new mod here as well. And yes, they are very much wanting to help find Quentin. And they are not for the bullshit that we see going on, which is absolutely not in any way at all positive or in any way at all going to help find Quentin. Okay, so hi, G Graham from Ontario, Canada. Awesome. You love Uncle Will? Yeah, I am new to finding and Mike as well's channel, but they seem like good guys, good people with good intentions. So that's very awesome. We have to find him. We have to. Absolutely. And you guys, I got a real treat for you on Thursday evening. I did. Oh my goodness. Everyone hold on to their seats now. I did ask BJ if she would come on my channel on Thursday night, because I'd like to get to know more about her. Oh, no, I can see you, Laura. I can see you. You're not blocked. I would like to get to know more about her. She started telling us a little bit about herself, her childhood and stuff. And I think that would be, because what I want to tell people now is, there's a lot of people I see. Why isn't she talking about the kids? Why isn't she talking about Quentin? Like, why is she talking about everything else but that? I'm here to tell you that she is doing exactly what she's been asked to do by law enforcement. And maybe you guys don't understand that, but no, they're still driving by. If I'm not mistaken, Bullhorn Betty's still there because she plans on doing something legally about this bullshit. I don't know, but they are still, as of yesterday, went to her house. They'll go there like every hour, stay there for 15-20 minutes, do a live stream or get their video content. And then BJ also told me there's still people, they just now, instead of standing out there, they continuously drive by and scream at the house. So yeah, it's still not good. Go home, protesters. Hi, Kimkins. Yeah, no, I don't think she went home. If I'm not mistaken, there's even word about something like JLR is supposed to be helping get something done with Chatham County for what they're doing is breaking laws and taking their rights. I don't know. You're knee deep in web design. Let's go. You pray for peace and healing for the family. Amen. Tacky BS. Yeah. They need a restraining order. Yes, they do. So to get back, you don't hear her and you won't hear her right now. She's under some gag orders, okay? And she is not willing to do anything anytime she does anything. Even being in here just saying, hi, Laura, she is afraid, can she get in trouble, right? She doesn't want to mess anything up. So she's just listening to what she has been advised to do by people with credentials. That's all anyone needs to know. Okay. She has been getting advice from law enforcement, attorneys. So just know that the family is doing what the family has been told to do. So don't worry about what they're talking about or not talking about, okay? Please and thank you. Trust me, she cannot wait to be able to have a platform of her own to tell you guys everything, okay? It's just got to be in time. And it's not for me to tell, as you will notice I said when she gets her own platform. She is chomping at the bit to share with you guys, especially people who have been there and been supportive, who have had open minds and, you know, willing to hear the whole picture and the bigger picture and care and not be what pretty much half of true crime YouTube has looked like in the media these past several weeks. Okay. So she is thankful to the ones who, have Quentin's best interests at heart. Everything is, I keep saying everything I have is replaceable. All I need is to keep my home. That's it. That's honestly, and that is not too much to ask, is it? It shouldn't be. So I will get a lashing. We already know what the haters are going to say, but I do not care. As I said, when I am live, I will be sharing her links. Because it's not right. It's really not right. Sis, Cotton Candy investigates. I thought I saw someone say hi to Rap if he's in. I didn't see him, but hi Rap if you're in here. I saw someone say hello. Oh, and BJ, Laura Perplexed, she makes the awesome candles I think I was telling you about probably a while ago now. And she's going to make some really pretty ones for Quentin. I know she was going back and forth if she'd bring them to you personally or what, but yeah, she makes some very nice stuff. High crimes have consequences. Okay, what did she just say? Does she think Quentin will ever be found? We kind of, she can't really answer anything about the kids, but I can say I know that's her biggest hope right now. That is her biggest prayer. That's her biggest want. And she has a lot of faith in that. She has a lot of faith in the law enforcement. Yeah. Chief was wrong, my opinion. I know cops blew in cases. Hold on. But he put the whole family at a danger, in my opinion. I agree with that. Yep. I agree with that. they may be using their tactics, but I don't think they thought it would go like it did. So I don't think their intention was to put the family in harm. I think honestly their intention was to, my opinion is that the intention was to possibly scare Leilani to talk more. If you're 22, right, and you never really been in, you're only been in trouble for, say, like petty theft, which is where they live is a felony charge, but she stole $20 of food and cigarettes or whatever, right? So that's not like a serious charge like what's happening now. So I do wonder if that was a tactic to scare Leilani to talk more, possibly to say a little more about Danny. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because obviously they're going to be keeping their information close to them. And yeah, I can only guess what they're doing. But I do know they definitely do use the media for some tactics. Hi, Zena. I hate the way it's twisted when she said she was optimistic they would not find him in the landfill. Of course, you would be hoping. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Any little thing she says or does is twisted to make it look so much worse. And yeah, that's why she's been extra careful. Yeah, we're not hounding for questions here. That's not what she comes here for. But she's been very open. If you just go back and watch her stuff, she's been very open to many different things. Oh, shit. Leilani is not at that house. It is not a safe place for her to be because there's crazies, whether they're standing out there 24/7 or not. It's just not. I mean, you've had people say they want to hog tie her and drag her out of there and do harm to her, right? So being there clearly is not a good idea for Leilani. Oh, shit. How can these hecklers get away with this scot-free? Well, I wish there was a little more than a slap on the wrist for these folks. However, it's a real slippery slope when we're dealing with people's rights, right? So they try to use our rights in, freedom to assemble and protest and all that bullshit. However, it absolutely crossed lines from protest to borderline rioting. I mean, I don't call it protesting at all. I think it was more of a mobbing in between mobbing and rioting, quite honestly. And people, I've said that a few times, and people think I'm crazy, but that's what we see. I mean, in a civil protest or whatever they called it, what was it called? You're not getting all of these people really arrested like that, but it turned into much more. Like I said, you had people saying that they wanted to cuff her, drag her out of the house. That they wanted to drag Billy out of there and watch her neck break. And that's crazy. If I went outside Molly Golightly's house and said this shit, I'd be arrested, right? That's not protesting. And when does protesting and stalking, when does it cross the line from stalking to legit, or from protesting to legit stalking? Bullhorn and Betty and Dolly was stalking this woman. I mean, they had someone who just simply bought a fucking camper, followed, and called 911 on him because he left that house. Yeah, BJ's probably busy watching court TV right now. But she'll be back in here or won't be back in here. I don't know. He's a family friend in there. Okay, sorry. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Trina. Definitely more like writing. Yeah. Hey, actually, I will. Let me drop the link here. Hi, peace from Denise. Good to see you. As soon as possible, Kathy. I know there's a lot of people talking shit. Cher can't get a passport. Yes, I can. I had one. It's just expired. I've literally crossed the border from the States to Canada like 3 times in the past, I don't know, 18 months. I don't know why people think that I'm like not allowed in the US just because I decided to move to Canada. They're fucking crazy. They're absolutely crazy. But when I get there, y'all will know I arrived. I'm not condoning any of the behavior. Yeah. The devils that went down to Georgia. Oh, man. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head now. That is good. Hi, little dove. Good to see you. Well, it usually takes 4 to 6 weeks, but Canada had major travel bans for a couple years now due to COVID. So there may be a delay, but I won't need a passport if we ended up driving across. And people are really concerned about when I'm going there. I think that's hilarious. Which people aren't going to know the exact dates I'm there anyways. I'll probably do no YouTubing. That's not up to me. If, they prefer I do not, then I do not. So I may just disappear off YouTube for 7 to 10 days and y'all won't even get to know of our visit. Did you guys see? Now, people are being mad haters, but I'm going to frickin' show it again because I've never had anyone. They did order this, of course, when, it was a much bigger circus there. We were getting a kind of good laugh about that, but they still hung it, and I'm actually going to take that home when I visit. That's going to end up being my new backdrop. But I cannot believe that the family was so sweet and got me this. Let me share my screen here. Hi, Jam Mom. Queen Bee. Are you blue? Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta make sure the queen is blue. The queen. Yeah, she's not blue. Now she is. Okay, the queen is blue. Aha. Hi, Lori. Hi, husband. Okay. Now people are being like big mad over this, but they don't even understand. They just don't understand. Okay. I'll give myself the ad revenue.
Oh, God darn.
You guys look at.
Walk this way. Walk this way. I love it. Walk this way, Paul. Walk to the end right there so I can show her all up.
That fucking thing is so big.
Show it to her, Ben.
Oh my God. And that's my dad on there too. Look at. I'm on the gate, y'all. I am the protector. And for the people talking mad shit, boom, here's Quentin's memorial. There is a big banner there of Quentin. So everyone talking shit, it is there. This was outside. She had no intentions at all of moving that memorial. That was supposed to always be in the front. So the people talking shit are just talking shit. That was always supposed to be in the front. But yes, that banner was made a little bit because it was fucking funny when they were all there, right? She was like, fuck it. If they're all going to be live streaming all day, I want them to see your face because you at least are putting truth out there. You at least are not twisting our words and putting it out there. But it came late, and of course the law stepped in and did what they did. Thank the Lord for that. But she still did hang it, and I thank them because it is a lovely gift. And I think people are just a little bit fucking mad, and I don't care. But I'm going to bring that home with me, and that's going to be my new backdrop. I love it too. It is one of the nicest things, and I'm not going to lie. Like I've said 100 times, it is nice to get some recognition for, like, people want to throw this Dawn Wells bullshit in my face. And I just think it's so weird to me because they're throwing it in my face in 2 different ways after thanking me for what I'd done. That's crazy. So we can't please everybody. What? Hi, High Priestess. Hi, Squids. No, they'll never understand. Whatever. Let them think what they think, I guess. Casey! Do I got a sound issue? Damn it. Is it staticky? Yeah, you know what? Then we're just going to have to drive across. But again, not sure people would know. I feel like we'd want to maybe go live if we're driving across too. If we drove across, maybe Mr. Share could come with, depending on work. So we'll see. I know my kids are... Oh, shit. Woo! On my way back anyway, that'll be when 2 of my 4 kids come to Canada, so that's exciting. And then after school, the other 2 come, so that's exciting. Static, really, really bad. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Is this still staticky? Is that better? Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. Texting. Okay. It's good now. Okay, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm sitting too close. Too close. Let me share this. Really bad static? Okay. The video messed you up today. Oh, which one? Hi, Andy. Which one? Saw Big Bear in the video. I don't know. Oh. Okay, it's good now. If anyone wants to come up here. I'm not going to be too long tonight because we had to go to the other house, but I wanted to get on here. Now, I am going to be posting, as I said, Queen Bee and I were sent a car that B.J. is going to be posting for sale. Aw, that's okay. You have to do replay. You can see, but I was telling them how it's wrong that you have to sell everything off. You pray. I know you do. I know you want justice. I know you want it more than any of us want it. And I was telling people that the reason why you're not so talkative on, even they say, why don't you talk about Quentin or the case more? What about Quentin? It's because there is gag orders that you are trying to make damn sure of that you do not cross. So that's why you're very careful. Hey, Blind. Hold up. All right.
Yeah, hey, can you hear me?
Yep, now I can.
Okay. Well, like, I just want to. I don't mean any disrespect anything that I said, and I know that the last time you were on, I was trying to get on to ask you guys some questions, but for some reason I didn't get to come up, and I don't want you to think that I'm a troll or that I'm trying to incite any kind of hatred towards you guys.
Okay. What was the questions you were trying to ask before? I'll see if I can.
I mean, I have a lot of questions. I mostly I want to know like what your intentions are by helping this family to defend themselves against something that, if true, is indefensible.
I disagree. The entire family didn't do anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's a question that somebody in that family did. And I mean, we're talking about the life of a baby, so to
Yeah,
take
so
the chance, and
when have I ever on this channel not said that
I'm
that's
not accusing you of anything. I don't know what you have and haven't done. I'm just purely asking based on the community posts that you make and the few lives that I have seen. It looks like that you have come to their defense,
I have. I've come to
and
Billy
then that's
Joe's defense, her son's defense, her family's defense, and also saying that perhaps people don't know the whole story even on Leilani's involvement or not involvement. We don't know that, do
I
we?
agree. No, I agree with that. I mean, I
When I
personally I
see
feel
people
like
get dogged on and literally, I don't like bullies. And when I see, especially that I know everyone, especially Billy Joe, was not even in the state, and she's getting straight up bullied and harassed on a very large scale. Damn right I come to people's defense. And I would do it even if it was you or Laura or Hummingbird or anyone if I saw that. That's just the person I am.
no, and I respect that, but at the same time, I would challenge that by saying that one of them hurt a young child, and to come to the defense of all of them, or to come to even Billy Joe is at least uh responsible
No.
uh, in some type of way.
Disagree.
I mean,
No, I'm sorry. I disagree. And I think you need to educate yourself further on this. And I am going to kick you out of here right now.
Wait. Don't kick him out yet.
Okay.
Blind
You aren't educated enough on this case. I'm sorry, Blind Furry. You just are not.
oh my goodness, man.
Blind
Well,
Furry,
you see, like, that's what I wanted to try to
Let Laura
avoid.
speak, please.
I got a question for you. And this is real. I'm glad you brought that up because this is really important. So we all know that Billy Joe was not there. And everyone wants to make her guilty because it's her daughter. And everyone wants to make her guilty because she lives in the house. And I understand that. And everyone thinks that, she's protecting her daughter. Okay, so what if, just tell me what you would do or how you would feel if a certain somebody, a video came out recently that their brother was having an incestuous relationship with his 19-year-old daughter and it was out on film. Okay. Would you blame the brother?
I don't understand.
would you blame the brother? All right, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I hate to promote her, but head over to Savage
no,
Media.
I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about.
I'm talking about Dolly Vision. That's what I'm talking about. And
Okay, I don't have any idea about that. I'm not on anyone's side.
Let me finish. It's not Dolly, it's his brother. So my point is, it's okay to use, oh, it's Dolly's brother, it's not him, as an excuse, but everyone wants to condemn Billy Joe. And I want to know why the double standard from all you guys, because if
I'm not trying to condemn Billy Joe.
It sure sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
I'm not. I'm not. I wish you guys wouldn't be so defensive, because I'm not trying to attack
the words
anybody.
that just came out of your mouth before Laura spoke was, don't you think that Billy should be... I
said that she has a little responsibility in the situation, and I believe that.
So does Dolly. Then Dolly does too. He should not.
I believe that too. I believe that Leilani deserves more empathy than people are giving her. I think that everybody in there has... You mean
like exactly what I'm doing that you have a problem with?
I don't. Who said that? I don't understand why you feel so attacked by me when I'm not attacking you.
Oh, honey.
I haven't.
Don't flatter yourself. You're just not making sense. You're literally contradicting yourself.
Let me say this. I think that the pro.
You're
Leilani is wrong. I think that. Okay, I said that I think they're all wrong. I think they all have a little bit of wrongness in what they're doing right now. But at the same time, I think it's
wrong. What did Billy? She wasn't home.
She wasn't home, and she had daycare set up and pre-played for the week.
What doesn't Billy have a family agreement to be responsible for them children?
How wasn't she?
People have to.
I mean that right there. No, there's nothing that you can say that
she responsible?
That can override that.
How wasn't she responsible? Leilani was not left in that. No, hold up. Don't talk, because you're about to say something. Hold up. Wait a minute. Leilani was not left alone with those children. Secondly, Billy Joe had the babysitter paid for. It wasn't Billy Joe who canceled the babysitter. It was Danny. Billy Joe has a job, which, yes, her job is on the road. Again, Leilani was not left alone in the house with the children. Billy Joe has a job and has to pay for everything in that house.
Just like you guys presented me with the hypothetical, if that was one of your children,
that wasn't a hypothetical, by the way.
And you left them with such and such, and such and such left them with such and such, you're still responsible. So for Billy Joe to take responsibility for them kids and not know that they're okay, that falls on her no matter what. And there is no amount of protecting her that can even be done.
I'm sorry, you are wrong, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. I told this story on my own channel, and I'm going to say it here. I was in a custody fight with a tumultuous custody fight with a drug addict who was union and made a shitload of money, and he dragged me to court for 6 years. And even though there was a custody agreement that said blankety blank will not use drugs around his child, you think he listened? No. And up until the point of death, which was April of this year, every single summer I had to give my son to a drug addict, knowing he was getting high, knowing he was doing drugs. I did not have a choice. Why? Because I went into contempt twice. And the third time they told me...
Yeah, but that was the court's decision.
It doesn't matter. If I did it again, then I was going to lose custody of my son, and I would be in jail for a year. Okay, I'd already gone to jail twice for the same thing. So my point is, we don't know that situation, but God forbid, knock on wood, something would have happened to my son. That wouldn't have been my fault. Now, you can't blame the courts, but my point is, it's not Billy Joe's fault that she had to work, just like it's not my fault that
I'm not saying it's her fault. There's a difference between being at fault and having responsibility. I'm not saying that she did anything to hurt him, but she did neglect the situation by leaving him there.
But no. say
Wrong.
I
that.
mean, that's a part of being a parent, is making sure your child is safe.
You can't say that.
She had that all set up.
Care. Any child that goes with another parent, you know.
Then okay, well, I'm not as educated on the case as you guys, but
The only
I did read somewhere that I read somewhere that Billy Joe told the babysitter that she was trying to give Leilani a chance to be a good mom.
It's her
Is
daughter.
that not her?
That's her daughter. She's always been open
Yes,
about
but is
that.
Is that not specifically leaving the kids in a bad situation that she specifically took them out of?
Let me, Blind, do you really think that I get frustrated? I'm not yelling at you, but I get really frustrated on this. Do you
And
think
that's fine.
any mother thinks their daughter is going to kill their own kid? I mean, think about the life Billy Joe.
I think that any good mother that thought ahead enough to take the child away would definitely not take that chance.
Most bad mothers wouldn't kill their children. Okay, let's leave it at that. Most horrible mothers are still not going to kill their kid. They may be neglectful, but they're not going to murder their own child. That's pretty. As a mother, as a woman.
Yeah, but bad things happen. It's not about about what their intention is.
We're trying to learn the full picture of things. As Billy has been very open about, she too wasn't always the best mother and had to lose her children for 9 years and fought like hell and got them back. She wanted the same thing for her daughter, Blind Fury. Are you a father?
No, but I have nieces.
There you go.
Okay, well, that might be why you can't understand to that level, possibly.
It possibly could, but at the same time, I would say that all of my advocating would be for the child, and not for. I'm sorry, but I feel for Leilani and I feel for BJ, and I feel that it's bad that they go through what they go through. But first and foremost, I would want for that child to have justice, no matter who it makes feel bad. I mean, I'm sorry to say that. And then
I believe I'm doing right by Quentin.
Do you think?
And if you really do, I mean, that's all that I like. That's really what I wanted to ask was about intentions. Because if that's really how you feel, then I can't argue with that. But
that is how I do feel I'm doing right by Quentin.
Blind, do you think?
Okay, and also.
22-year-old kid, and I call her a kid because at 22 you are still a kid. Do you think she's gonna go to her mom and say, "Mom, I killed your fucking grandson"? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. When I first,
I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch any of those guys. I don't watch the protesters like a fanboy, and I don't watch this channel like a fanboy. Like I think for myself, and like I said, I feel bad for all of them. I think that Leilani. A parent could have been told that she forgot something, and she probably might have believed it if she has enough trust in what they were telling her. Like, anything is possible, and I think that people should wait for the law to decide what they're going to do before they make assumptions. That's what I believe. But I also think that if this was my family and one of the youngsters in my family died, every single person who was in the vicinity, anybody who's seen him in the last month would be held responsible in my mind, because a child's life isn't anything that I'm not worried about an adult's feelings when it comes to the life of a child. And then I don't see like the things that the BJ and company have done for attention. Like, how could you not think that's going to cause an uprising?
What has she done for attention?
They didn't. Okay, maybe not attention, but to be antagonistic.
What if they did to be antagonistic?
Yeah, please tell me. Sitting in their own yard?
Standing up for themselves that you're not going to...
Fighting with people, putting up that disco ball, hiring a...
You know why they did the disco ball? No, do you want to know why they did the disco ball? Like I said, y'all won't see our conversations right now, but there is a reason for everything. Why? She actually thought it would be a little bit more blinding to people's cameras. That's why. And it wasn't. It didn't. She was just trying to blind out people's cell phones, standing out there hollering at them and filming and making bank off of her house. Is that okay? She thought it would be much brighter and do more. And I would do the same thing. I'm shocked that Billy Joe and the family has not done more, because I imagine putting myself in her shoes and how pissed I would be, and I'll bet your ass I'd be petty.
I agree, Cher. I'm the exact same way.
And that's all well and good, but can you understand, especially as a person that's trying to shield them from any kind of harmful attacks, can you understand what the optics of that are?
But how are you going to
Like,
shield
can
them?
you
They're
understand the way that
prisoners in
people
their own
see
home.
that?
Billy Joe is a prisoner in her own home, not
Right.
because of the police, because of these fucking
No, and I agree that that's not okay, but in in the in the chain of events, Billy Joe did wrong before these protesters ever, or not did wrong. She neglected to uphold her responsibilities, and
Mm-hmm.
that's any parent that has a child pass away like that. I would say the same thing about. So she like. I'm not concerned with her being. I mean, I don't understand how you can be so sympathetic to her and not sympathetic to the people who are
wasn't
crying
home.
out for
I guess
justice
I
for a
don't
child.
need you to understand me because I understand what I'm doing. And like I said, I sleep well at
I
night.
mean, I
I
hope you
believe
do,
I'm doing
and
what's right by Quentin. And if anything, I've at least given this family a little bit of. I've given them a little bit of hope, they say. I mean, through this hell. And that's enough for me right there, to be honest.
Blind Furry, let me put it in perspective. You have a woman who, I don't know if you know what underwater union pipe fitters make, but it's very good money. So you have a
I
woman.
do,
Hold on,
I
hear me
actually do know
out.
about.
Blind Furry, hear me out. You have a woman who grew up hard life, did drugs, drank, was a prostitute, had a really fucking hard life, and lost her kids for 9 years, and one day turned it all around. And in her early 50s, she's early 50s, right?
No, 40s.
Oh, all right. In her 40s, she is making wonderful money. She has a wonderful career. And all of her life, that, she was probably told she was going to be a loser and she was never going to amount to anything. And all those years that she
I
believed
mean,
it.
that's all well and good, but I'm not trying to.
Let me finish. And now all of a sudden,
Okay.
she has a six-figure salary. She's doing well. She's buying toys. She's living the life that she's always wanted to live and couldn't. Okay. Fast forward, she has a couple of
Yes.
kids. She finally gets her shit together. Her daughter is fucked up. She sees her daughter going down the same path she went down, and she does everything she can to stop it. And she wants to believe that her daughter is not going to go down that path. And she gives every chance possible to her daughter. That is Billy Joe's life. And her daughter fucks up. But this is Billy Joe's life. Please tell me why she's being condemned for coming as far as she has.
Because she took it upon herself. Because she took it upon herself to take responsibility for that child
So you
into
don't
her
want
own
to, you don't
hands.
even care honestly about anything else. You already have made up in your mind, and there's no telling you
No,
different.
because this is the argument that you
No,
guys are
and for
presenting to me,
that
so I'm going
reason,
to
I
argue
am
it.
going to kick you off now because you
Yeah,
already got
I'm
made up in
glad.
your mind
Thank
and
you.
you don't
Bye.
want to hear it. Yep, bye.
What?
Asshole.
I hate ignorant people.
Yeah, it's like arguing with a drunk. Honestly, I can't do it.
It's ridiculous. And it's so frustrating to me because, people want to condemn her. And, I see someone that worked their ass off to not go, be nothing. And that worked her ass off to change her whole life from. My ex, the one I was in a custody fight with, the one that died, he was a union pipe fitter. So maybe that's why I feel something for her. I don't know. But, you see someone that totally turned her life around and she's being condemned like she's the one that, hurt Quentin when she wasn't even home. She was away, and then they want to blame her for being away, and I can't with that. See, I wouldn't. If I would never tell my mom if I did something as heinous as that.
Right. And yeah, I mean, I have to be careful what I say, but I do not believe for 1 minute that Leilani, like people think, confessed to Billy Joe because from everything I've seen and witnessed, she would march that girl right to the police department and say, take her.
See, at first I was convinced that Billy Joe that Leilani knew something. And then after seeing them, I'm like, no, I think in her gut she knows, or she may know, but I don't think Leilani went to her. And now that Leilani left and Billy Joe is still at the house, I'm 100% convinced that Billy Joe doesn't know anything other than mother's instinct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right. A panel I never thought I'd see, right? It's happened a couple times now.
I know, right? No, I just get frustrated with it because the woman wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right, BJ. We know I know you. Some people just have it already in their head and there's not going to be any changing their mind. So,
I agree. And it's ridiculous. Like if they gave all the people in the house the same frustration that they give to Billy Joe, I would understand it. But nobody even talks about the other people that were in the house. They only want to go after Billy Joe, and I don't understand it.
right?
Candy, it's funny. And I don't understand it. If there's one person that should not be condemned over and over and over, is Billy Joe. She is the one person that should not be condemned, and she's the only one that gets condemned.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand why.
I don't either. I don't understand why they won't listen, why they think so badly that she is just as guilty as Danny or Leilani. It doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me how people even think that. No, you're not Black Christy.
And what about the other people in the house?
Well, Paul was there, but from what I know, he's in the upstairs, right? So he wouldn't even know what the hell was going on in the downstairs area, which is kind of like its own little, where Leilani and Danny and the kids were, is kind of like their own little, kind of like a suite or apartment, if you will.
Okay.
So the brother he does this thing. He plays his video games. He's upstairs in his room being a normal young guy, right? So I don't think he knows much of anything that was going on in Danny and Leilani's area of the house. I really think that, yeah, Danny and Leilani know what's up.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember hearing that Paul came down to outside to smoke at like 2 a.m. or something.
Mm.
I don't know if that's true, but I remember hearing that. And again, that could have been through the grapevine or I heard it somewhere, but it was something was said where he came down at 2 a.m. to smoke.
Well, she's in here. If it's something you can answer, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I did hear something about smoking too, or I know people, or I think I had asked, are people smokers? She said yes. I think she's wrong. I think Danny is wrong.
Danny's wrong. Oh, about him coming out to smoke?
Mm.
Oh, it was Danny that said it? I don't know who said it. I heard it somewhere. But I also thought the hecklers were gone. Are they not gone?
A lot of them are. Now I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I've heard that a couple did stay behind. I believe Bullhorn Betty's trying to figure out how to get the law in trouble, that they're taking the rights away. And yeah, I'm not sure who's all there, if any, but I do know there's plans on, apparently, and she posted it publicly that she plans on suing the chief of police or something like that because they're breaking laws to take their rights away, something. I don't know.
She's an idiot.
Yeah.
No lawyer's going to take it.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Because, and I looked it up. We looked it up that night. I agree, Jim. She's a total Fruit Loop. But any local municipality trumps any ACLU or anything else. That's what makes her so dumb. If she would have just looked up the actual law instead of putting on this show for her idiot subs that her, they would know that any local ordinance especially in Georgia. Local ordinances in the state of Georgia trump any like federal, not municipality, any federal law about protesting or anything. So she's just an idiot. She's got no case. She's just saying that for clicks and views to sound special, to sound smart. Meanwhile, she's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it was in Dunn, North Carolina, Uncle Will. Or unless you probably already know that and just saying, in general, where is Danny? But that'd be nice to know.
Right.
Uncle Will last heard Danny. Yeah, Dunn, North Carolina with mommy. Yep. I can get you the information privately so I don't get in trouble for doxing Uncle Will. I'll text it to I got Mike. Mike there. Mike, I have his number. I'll text him.
Mike talk show? No, you're wrong. We looked it up. In the state of Georgia, she has no lawsuit. She also has no lawsuit against Savage.
Who's calling you an idiot? They better fucking not. They will get blocked.
No, BJ, you're not an idiot. I was talking about Bullhorn Butthead.
Yeah, Bullhorn Butthead. Oh, MG Osmos, yeah. Yeah, less than 20 minutes from to Danny's work. He was at B.J.'s house, so less than 20 minutes from the house to Danny's work.
Did we ever get a straight story on who called the babysitter? Because I've heard the story change like 5 times. Who actually called the babysitter?
Danny. Well, I guess Danny canceled the babysitter at 5:29, and then I think at 9 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. Actually, she probably can't respond to this because it's to do with the kids, but I believe Danny canceled at 5:29. I believe at 9, did Leilani call the babysitter and say, where is Quentin? And then 9:30, 911 was called, I think.
Okay. But see, this is why I can't.
Do you want me to call you? Okay.
This is why I can't rule out Danny. Because why would he cancel a babysitter at 5:30 if she slept till 9? This is a 20-month-old child. 20-month-old children don't sleep like that. So why would you cancel a babysitter at 5:30 if she didn't get up till 9? That makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that I know it's, people have gone back and forth with who actually called. First it was him, then it was her using then it was her using his phone. So, and then it wasn't a call, it was a text. And it's just so many open-ended. You just don't know.
Yeah, I think she's trying to come up here. Okay. Okay, there's you and Queen. Okay, there you go. I know you are. Okay, I texted you the link. And Queen too. I did put it in the chat, but it's probably going by. Danny know more than he's saying. He had something to do with it. I do wonder. I do wonder if he, because they wanted Leilani to, kind of like they said with Candace Wells, like, go home and think about it. You've been through something traumatic. You're just not remembering things properly right now.
Yeah, someone brought up a good point. There were 2 other kids in the house too. One of them was an infant. So who was watching?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I want to stop everybody's mouth and conversation right now at this point. And I don't know who you are that is talking with these other YouTubers, because I am not a YouTuber person. I didn't even know shit like this happened. But let me talk to you. Please, I hope y'all didn't kick him off.
Oh, he left a while ago. You must be behind. But he's
I might
probably
be
listening,
behind.
so go ahead and say it
I
because
might be
he's
behind.
listening.
I want him to come back.
Okay, come back on here if you're in here, Fury.
I
just
need his conversation.
I do.
I need
You
his
look
conversation.
beautiful. Oh,
Thank
Fury,
you.
you pissed her off.
Hey, love.
Yes.
Hey, Queen.
Hi. Queen,
Yeah, he
I
pissed
love
me off
you.
too. I was trying to get up here too, but I couldn't get up here
Oh,
fast enough.
sorry, I didn't see
Queen,
you.
Queen, I want you to know that if I had enough money, you would have a sign on my wall too.
Yeah,
So, because
Oh, you
you,
ain't. It's okay, girl. I'm not worried about that. I thought that was really
but
cool, though. That was really nice of y'all to do that.
it's so sweet.
Cher was the first person that held me up and backed me. She backed me from the beginning. She was mad at first, but she said, "You know what? Let me open my mind and let me open my heart and let me see past what other people are telling me and let me talk to her." And she did that. She did that. And then you are the next person that came into my life. You are, Queen.
Oh,
And I
I gotta give
recognized
Cher
you.
props though. She really is trying really fucking hard, man. She's been putting in some work, and I hope people see that.
You and I had a
You too,
conversation.
Queen.
I was at the river crying. I cried
Oh,
my
that
heart
broke
out to
my
you.
heart.
Mm.
And if it wasn't for you, Queen, I couldn't have made it from there to the house. I don't want the world to know that because you backed me up whenever nobody else would. Just like Cher backed me up before anybody else would.
Hey, I backed you up too. I just want to out to people.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. No disrespect. Please forgive
Queen,
me. I'm still learning. I'm still learning,
No,
everybody. Please don't be mad at
she
me.
just means like
No, no, no.
she's been on my panel before, and she's been up here like she's defended you too before, but she means like not, you know what I mean? We know you on a personal level, you know, so
But I want this guy to come back
He's probably afraid
because
now.
me and this guy need to talk.
Hey,
And
yeah, I wonder where
I
he's
Fury.
did get a
at.
little bit behind. I'm sorry. I dropped off from
No,
the
that's
whole
okay.
conversation because I have a wonderful, wonderful God fearing man that comes by my house every day and he talks to us. And me and Beth were sitting here talking and we were like, you know what? We need to see him. But we don't want to call him out of his house at 8 o'clock at night, right? You know, he's got a family, he's got a life, he's got loved ones too. So we asked him if he could come by tomorrow or the day after so we could spend some time with him because he, honestly and truthfully, I want the world to know that he was the one whenever I wanted to make a sign for Quentin. And I shouldn't have even said the word because now I'm going to be in trouble. But you know what? I'm doing this. The
Okay.
sign for Quentin that is in that memorial is the sign that my pastor came here and helped me make to put up there.
And that was always supposed to be
The
in the front yard. She was never going to move that before the circus went.
I had no intentions of removing it, but whenever you put signs like baby killer, and I have pictures, baby killer in a memorial of a 20-month-old, what kind of person are you? So I got protective. I got really protective. And I moved him from the edge of the road back into my yard in hopes that the people would come there. They would come there with love for Quentin, regardless of what they thought about the rest of the world and our family. Because this is not about us, it's about him. So, whenever the vulgarity that was screamed over his memorial of his mother and of his grandmother and of his family screamed over the top of what is supposed to be sacred for him, they desecrated so bad that I moved it and I protected it behind a fence. And yes, I want the world to know that I put the voice behind the wall on top of it. And Queen, I do not want you to think that I am taking anything from you. But Sherry was my first defender.
Well, we're all
And
coming
I
together
love
in the
you.
end.
I love you. And I love our conversations that we've had together. Because you have held faithful to the things that I've talked to you about that you have kept between me and you. And that is love. That is faith. And I cannot thank you enough. And God knows if I could fill my entire fence line and my house, every piece that exists of it, with the YouTubers that have come through and
Eli, this
did
is
what
for
they
you.
needed to do, I would. And right now, I hate to even say it, but I'm gonna say it. I've got an El Camino for sale. I got a camper for sale. I got a 1956 truck for sale. I've got a 1950s pedicab for sale. I got a lot of things for sale because all these things are material things. They are things that mean nothing without little feet running through my house. So take that how you want it and twist it how you want it. Do what you fucking want to do it, you fucking assholes. Because people might have lived a whole life without good intentions, but I'm gonna tell you. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm
Don't say
sorry.
sorry. You're
I'm
entitled to
sorry.
that.
Don't be sorry,
You're
baby. Don't be
entitled to
sorry.
at least
You're
that.
going through a lot of emotions.
I sent pictures to Queen today and said, Queen, because I want what I have to
That was
say.
a nice.
I,
It's nice.
I
That's
just,
you got. Yeah, I did see him, and they were. That's really
I
actually
don't,
fucking
I'm
badass.
not
That's nice.
asking for nothing. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not asking for nothing from this world because if anybody deserves anything, it is the siblings. That's it. Nothing more. All I need and everything can vanish and go away. All I need is a home. A home. And read into that what you want to. Because I'm not at liberty to say more. So F you.
Shame on you guys for making her feel this. Shame on you guys. Honestly. And that little bitch who came up here before and had a lot to say but won't have the balls to come up here now. And I know you're
I want him to
listening.
come back now. Come back now. Ask me those questions now. Ask me.
Never feel apologetic for how you sincerely feel, even if it's anger. It's something that we all have to feel.
I'm
It makes us
mad.
human.
I'm mad. Does everybody understand this? I'm fucking mad. I'm mad.
And you have every right to be. And
How can I not be? How can I even understand the difference in between what I have going on? I don't. And I'm mad. I cannot even comprehend what these feelings mean. There's no words for them. And there's no words to explain what is going on within me. So if you want to judge me, fuck you.
nobody can judge you.
No. Go for it. Let it all out. This has been a long time coming.
I want my baby. I want him. He's perfect. He's beautiful. Everything about it. His first teeth, everything. His first walk, his first everything. I had that. So fuck you. But you try to take that from me. Fuck you. And I'm gonna say this. Anybody and everybody that uses a picture on YouTube that has something to do with the siblings, fuck you too. You are rotten. You are fucking insensitive. You want to strip a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old from their entire lives. Fuck you!
Billy, I love you so much, but Queen and I think that you should get down. We don't want you to get in any trouble. We don't want you in contempt of court in any way or anything.
I agree. I'm sorry. I agree.
No, don't be
Please,
sorry.
just,
I
no.
just
But it's just emotional, baby. You're,
I
you're
know.
feeling the emotions, and people
I'm
don't
so
understand. They just don't
mad.
understand.
I'm
Maybe, hopefully, they'll get a
mad.
little bit of.
I'm freaking mad. I'm
I
not
know,
allowed to be
baby.
mad. I'm not allowed to be mad.
No, you
I'm
can't.
not
I
allowed
know.
to
We
be
just want to
angry.
protect you. We just want to protect you. I love you, and I'm going to call you after this. Please don't hate me, but I'm going to kick you off because I love you.
I'm not gonna hate you. Hang
I
me up.
love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my God.
best
Okay,
to
I'm
take her
sorry. I
down right
just.
now. That's you know what? That's fucking pain right there, and I hope people see what the fuck she's going through.
Yeah,
That was a
they'll
good
come
call,
back and
Sheriff.
say that was all acting, but no.
Let that serve as a mighty example to anybody out there that is pimping out tragedies and using photos. That's the real pain that you create, and I hope you're proud of yourselves. You harass, you judge, it's guilty before innocent in this world, and I am sick and tired. Wow, I needed to see that again. This is just like the universe showing me what not to be and how not to act. I never want to be responsible for somebody feeling that way. So do some soul searching, please, and check yourself. Be a part of the human race here, okay? I'm so sorry for that woman and what she's going through.
I was
Well
waiting
said.
for Teresa to pop up with some words of wisdom. Teresa.
Laura, there's no way I could even interrupt that. I think that was definitely the right call. I was hoping that you were going to remove her from the stream as much as I know that she.
And she's like, Queen. I said, yeah, take her down, take her
Yeah,
down, take her down.
I'm like,
right now.
Queen, what do I do? I want her to have her voice, but I don't want
It's just
assholes.
she's hurt. She's feeling so many different emotions right now. My fucking heart hurts for her.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask: do you know if somebody's there with her right now?
Yes.
Okay.
She's got. Yep.
Because otherwise, I'm like, somebody needs to get off and talk to her because
Yeah.
she's not in a good spot.
No, she's got her best friend there.
And yeah, when she called me and I talked to her at the river, yeah, it was tough. I mean, it's tough. She's going through a lot, man. She's going through a lot of different things right now.
There's a lot that my husband and Queen and myself get to witness behind the scenes, and she's in pain all the time, and you just don't get to see it. But what you just witnessed now is what I witness
Daily.
Daily, a couple times a day, like for sure several times a week. That's what I'm witnessing, and Queen does too. It's not an act.
And I just want to kind of, I'm not one to judge, but people that condemn anybody that shows support to somebody, regardless of the optics, nothing is final. I want to say, F you as well. Just because we are here showing support for somebody that you don't know a thing about except for what's regurgitated and reported, you as well need to look in the mirror. Being there for one another is something that is beautiful, okay? And I know we don't have patience and we all want to be the first to report on something, but Cher, I really say thank you for being there for somebody like this and for having this platform. I always see you with empathy and compassion. I still get flack for showing you support, but I don't care.
Thanks,
Don't
Eli.
care.
Well, y'all, I think I'm going to end this one. We're going to go back home, and I'm going to give BJ a call before I go to bed.
Thank you for having me up, honey. I'll talk to you guys later.
Of course, I'd like you to join us, Queen, and you, everyone on here who supports and is open. I am going to do an interview with BJ on Thursday evening to learn more about her. It's not necessarily about the case or anything like that, but I want to help humanize her more, and we need to know
Well, and I think
more about her.
people good to get to know her a little bit, you know?
She's more than a headline.
Amen.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
She is a real human at the end of this, you guys, and we forget that sometimes as YouTubers.
Well, I want to say I think it would be very beneficial for somebody, anybody on the panel, to literally sit down and go through the legalities of exactly what this situation is, because I think people were getting mad in chat because I was deleting their comments, but I don't think people understand what is actually happening with the custody and why it's not Billy Joe's responsibility to not leave the kids with Leilani. Like, that's not part of the legal requirements. I think it would benefit Billy Joe to have somebody go over the legal aspect of that, because that's where people really have a hard time understanding that she's not culpable when it comes to that in a court of law. Now, if you want to go morally or what you feel or what you think, then you guys all have your right to your own opinions. But in a court of law, there's definitely a line, and she's not, what she did was not illegal.
Right.
And I think people need to understand that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Okay, thank you, panel. I love all of you guys. You all have awesome channels. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Perplex has a channel. Teresa Criminality has a channel. Progressive Patriot has a channel. And you already know I have a channel. Who was just up here? Who just dropped down? Queen Bee. Queen Bee.
Before you end, Cheryl, let me just say to Teresa, I've been saying that for a month. Nobody listens. It goes in.
I know. I think people just want to see it the way they want it to be versus how it really is. And that's just part of social media. You can only educate the people that actually want to learn about it versus the ones who just want it to be that way. And so that's how it is to them. Like, it's not how it works. Like,
Right. Hey, Gator Girl.
People have to understand that. And see, and Sharon and I don't agree on a lot of things when it comes to little aspects of this case or certain things. But I know that Sharon cares about Billy Joe, and so that overrides like my feelings towards the whole situation. Does that make sense? So I think people are forgetting that, so they take it out on everybody around because they're pissed, and I get it. People are pissed, but we forget that the whole thing's about Quentin, and we make it about Billy Joe, or we make it about Cher, or we make it about somebody else. And then now nobody's talking about Quentin. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, leave the rest out. Let's talk about Quentin. Let's talk about how Quentin was when he was at home and what he did and the things that he loved. And, let's talk about the legal aspects of the situation. I just don't think that everybody needs to just trash on other human beings just for shits and giggles. It's just absurd.
I agree with that.
Sure, I need a better way to contact you. That's what I was going to talk about. So whatever it takes, I don't know, email or whatever. And I also wanted to say, I am not a biblical man, but when it comes to judge not yet least be judged, I didn't say that right at all. Just do not. It's the easiest, most humane thing possible. If you don't have all the information, it's easier to throw a punch than it is to embrace and understand somebody. So just halt for a second and take in the information and do not rush to judgment and condemn your fellow man. That's my only advice. And share whatever, type in it. Thank you.
If you hit me up on my email and I'll give you my cell phone number.
Okay, go ahead and call BJ. Take care, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone on panel. Thanks, everyone listening. And a heads up, if I see anyone take that portion of my live and go and twist it and be assholes, I've got written permission from the family to strike on their behalf, and I will be. I don't care if they go through or not. I will be actually trying to. Don't do that shit anymore to her. And I'm dead ass serious. Don't do it. It's uncalled for, and she's been through enough. I don't know when y'all will just fucking stop with that. But yeah, bet your ass. I've never been one to strike people, no matter what they've done to me. I have not striked people, but I sure as shit will now. So with that, good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.